I finally realized that everything I learned in public school was just a lie, and they never really taught us American history the way they should have when it comes to social justice and slavery. How did that happen? How could I be so ignorant for so many years that slavery, the end of slavery, really didn't end slavery?
Well, I think it's part of the national story, right? We have to absolve ourselves of our sins in order to hold up this view of America as the shining city on the hill, as Ronald Reagan put it. You have to tell the truth about why there's a wealth gap in this country, as if there wasn't a dual housing market, as if we were locked out of those policies that produced the vaunted middle class. You got to tell the truth about a dual labor market, as if when Black folk were tracked to particular segments of work that locked us out of, in some ways, equal opportunity or the opportunity to achieve the American dream. So part of what we have to do is tell the truth about how this society has been organized. And it's been organized along the belief of what I call the value gap. And the value gap is this belief that white people matter more than others. And that belief evidences itself in our dispositions, in the ways in which we've organized our social, political, and economic life. It's not just in the Robert E. Lee statues or the Confederate statues generally. That value gap is evidenced in the highways that dissect Chicago. It's evidenced in the way in which communities are zoned, how education is distributed. So in other words, unless we tell the truth about what we've done, we cannot release ourselves. If we tinker around the edges, we're going to have another generation having to witness this horrifying ritual of Black grief and suffering in public. We're going to see another generation of children having to deal with the value gap. We can't tinker around the edges. We finally have to imagine America as a genuinely multiracial democracy. But what Jimmy did say, he said, hope is invented every day. Hope is invented every day. Wherever human beings are, we have a chance. Even though we may be disasters, we can damn sure be miracles. So I think, given that formulation, if we show up, if we risk everything, we could perhaps give birth to a new America.